What is up? What is up, YouTube? Y'all are not gonna believe this. Jay-Z has just been hit with a lawsuit. Jay-Z accused of a civil lawsuit of hiring. Gotta say hiring, right? Jay-Z accused in a civil lawsuit. Here we go, y'all. What's up, YouTube? What's up? I rushed to make my big thing of coffee like I normally do. It is 3:30 in the morning. I couldn't have sleep. Because, you know, us YouTubers, we got to get our information up there early and quick. Y'all know how I do. I'm new at this and all that stuff, but check this out. Jay-Z accused in a civil lawsuit of raping. God dang it. Scraping. Cut. Try again. Jay-Z accused of a civil lawsuit of maping. You got to say something different instead of the word. A 13-year-old girl in 2000, along with Sean Diddy Combs. Y'all know that Aaliyah was still alive. Aaliyah didn't pass away till 2001. So I'm putting that as a side note for right now. I'm just giving y'all some information. 2000. Oh my God. So, that's me in the super duper corner. This came out last night, man. But, hey, it looks like, you know who? Jaguar Wright was telling the truth. So all y'all Jaguar Wright friends that don't like Jaguar, you may not like her, but it sure is funny all her stuff is coming out. Shout out to Jaguar Wright, whistleblower. She got a big whistle, y'all. That's all I know. Jaguar Wright, the whistleblower. All right. Speaking of Jaguar Wright, let's go through some whistleblowing stuff. And look, I just want y'all to know, this is why people don't come out. This is why it's so hard for people to come out, because I'm just going to be honest. It's hard to come out because
I was just sitting down here somewhere.
You got to be able to go through all this crap.
In the van.
There's so much crap you have to go through. You might as well just say, you know what? I'm still living. Thank you, Lord. I'm just going to lay back and forget about it. Because look at all this crap. Jaguar has been on the front line pushing this stuff, talking about it. Jay-Z is worse. That's my Jaguar Wright voice, y'all. Y'all think the Diddler's bad. Jay-Z is worse. He is the devil. He is the devil. I guess, I don't know, but we're going to get into this. I want you all to check this joint out, man, that came out. This is how we're going to start off, because I'm still researching and still looking for stuff. So this is behind the scenes. Jaguar Wright behind the scenes when she went on the Piers Morgan show. Think about it. She went on the Piers Morgan show. Jaguar Wright went on the Piers Morgan show, right? And think about it, y'all. Think about it. This is the first time that Jay-Z or Beyonce stuck their head out and said anything or done anything. Other than that, they kept their mouth shut the whole time. This is the first time that they called the Piers Morgan show, or had their lawyer call, whatever you want to call it, whatever, and said, take that down. And Piers Morgan had to go on and say, apologize and all that stuff, right? So check this out right here. I want to play this thing and let y'all check it out. Now, this is Jaguar Wright getting ready to go on the show. So here we go, y'all. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, Because I'm bringing it to you. Let's check it out.
No, I ain't want nobody to hear me talk because there was spies everywhere, G.
Oh my God, bro.
How are you?
Nice to meet you. I'm Terrence.
Nice to
Now, the thing that tripped me out, man, she bullshit. She ain't nobody after her. She just telling lies, spreading lies. And Jay-Z so big, this is what somebody told me, one of my friends, one of my boys. Jay-Z so big, Jay-Z bigger than that. He ain't thinking about that little girl trying to make a name for herself. That's a quote from him. He said, man, she talking about all this stuff, man, that's some bull. Okay, here we go. Nice to
I
meet
knew
you.
you was young.
Yeah,
I knew you was young.
Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters.
He's saying a lot of things that could be considered libelous.
I think if Diddy cooperates and gives up some big names of actual crimes they committed, that'd be a way of actually lessening the amount of time that he does, or possibly even walking away.
I absolutely do not see him being victorious in a criminal trial.
This has been a fist of tyranny that has been punching for decades. It must stop.
Well, Diddy's downfall has sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry and beyond. The blast radius from the uncovering of his alleged offences could yet swallow many more powerful and famous figures. Diddy is accused of creating a criminal enterprise which engaged in sex trafficking, racketeering, kidnapping, bribery and forced labour. His lawyers say he'll fight the charges, but after the testimony you're about to hear, he'll be staggered he avoided the attention of law enforcement for so long. I'll speak to a lawyer, a whistleblower and an insider for an uncensored insight into the showbiz scandal of a generation. And Jaguar, I'm going to start with you. You've been called a whistleblower. You knew Sean Diddy Combs for a long time. You attended a number of his infamous parties. And in 2022, you made headlines after comments where you called him a sex trafficker. And in response, you were called crazy and jealous. Do you feel vindicated by the events of the last few weeks?
No, not at all. Because he's just the beginning. Until him and his cohorts are all held to account publicly and legally, the victims, they're not safe.
How bad was it?
That's what I care about. I care about the victims.
No, I understand. How bad was it, do you think, what was going on?
I'm going to tell you right now that me, as a woman who has been in the industry for over 30 years, I've been performing live since I was 13. My first handler was McKinley Horton. I come to find out 25 years later that a scar that was on his face with a very elaborate story he gave me was put there by a woman who he assaulted. To live through these things and hear your elders in the business, people like Patti LaBelle say, just avoid him, honey. And being taught to be a just avoid him, honey. It's not good enough. Not when you live through these things, you're still suffering the PTSD created by all of this, and you're talking to a victim that's 20 years younger than you, and she's telling you the exact same thing that happened to you. You want to know why there's no vindication for me? Because for 4 years, I've been screaming, not just Diddy, but Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters. And the victim-making machine kept going on.
Jay-Z has been notable by his silence since these charges were brought against Diddy. Why do you think that is?
Because that's what he does. He starts little fires everywhere, forces everyone involved to go and carry water while he sneaks away without a response. That changes now, Sean.
Whoa. Whoa. Just in case y'all didn't notice, I see you gotta go back and get the real deal. And I'm glad she put this up, because guess what? This was taken down. This is the parts that y'all don't get. So we're gonna put it back up there so y'all can refer back to it. Because I'm gonna teach y'all how to do your research. Research, baby. You gotta start from the beginning. You got to start from the beginning, because I want y'all to realize that Piers Morgan had to take this down. And I'm going to show y'all how sharp this girl is. Go on, sister. Go on, Jaguar. Yeah, it been taken down, and guess what? See, Jaguar Jaguar is not a clout chaser. No, clout chasers don't move like this. I tried to tell y'all, but y'all don't want to listen. It's okay, you don't want to listen. They didn't want to listen to Jesus. They didn't. The reason why I know she's not a clout chaser, because she would have been put this thing up. Because, well, they took it down. Now my get back card. But they took it down, but I got a copy. I can put this up. Nah. She's not like that. Not Jaguar. Nah. I just want y'all to think, are we going to play the thing? We're going to play it? Shut up, Mike. Shut up and go ahead and let the thing play. For all my people who like the channel, and for all the people who like what I'm saying, and who is listening with an open mind, shout out to you this time.
You must respond. You have no choice. Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Robert Kelly, Sean Combs have one person in common, professionally and privately. Sean Carter. This has been a fist of tyranny that has been punching through our culture and our society for decades. It must stop.
There's been obviously a lot
Cruelty-free artistry.
Right, there's been a lot of rumor mill about what has happened in the rap world. A lot of allegations that the misogyny in the lyrics clearly was based on a general misogyny towards women away from the music.
Yes.
And that clearly seems to have been borne out by these charges against Diddy, which if he's found guilty of all this, he's never coming out of prison. How dangerous do you think...
Thank God.
How dangerous do you think he is as a person?
I think he's one of the most dangerous people I've ever met. A lot of people have been questioning, well, she doesn't really know him. She has no knowledge of him. She doesn't have a picture with him. I'm smarter than Claudia Jordan. I would never take a picture with the devil. Everyone knew he was the devil. He's been the devil for 30 years. He's been covered and protected by not only Clive Davis, but Lucian Grange. He was selected to be the demon that he is, to keep the culture in line so the industry could continue to rape it for all of its precious jewels. We have too many lost. The list of lost is ridiculous, and everyone knows Diddy was selected for this job. He's the Judas.
Do you think that if he's cornered in the way that he's been now?
See, also you got to realize that there's so much information that she knows, and you all got to forgive her. This is when you got to start thinking she's human, right? You have to forgive her because she got a little short time frame on this person's show. So she got to get out the most important information quick. She don't have time to break down every story. Once upon a time, this is how this went down. She don't have that much time, so she got to... So, because watch this, y'all. This is what I'm breaking down.
I would never take a picture with the devil.
That's exactly what I want to break down. I'm sorry, y'all. When I cough, I try my best to not cough in the mic, because when I'm editing it, it sounds so ugly. Anyway, I heard a lot of people say that she would never take, she called him the devil. She would never take a picture with the devil. But she took pictures with Jay-Z. But that was part of her job. She was a background singer for Jay-Z. So when it's time to take pictures, and she probably didn't know back then, but she making a point. She's just making a point. I would never take a picture with the devil. When she said that, maybe she didn't never take a picture with him, but she's been in the music industry. You think she ain't never seen or been around the Puffy? I don't know what to call the boy no more. I ain't gonna call him no Love. You know that much. I ain't calling him no Love. You know that. That ain't gonna nowhere near slip out of my mouth. I ain't gonna call him out his name either. I don't want to call nobody out of their name, but at the same time, calling him the devil and all that type of stuff, I ain't gonna do that. But my only point is that she's paraphrasing and putting her story together, and she got to make it interesting so people will watch. Because if you just tell a story, Puffy is bad person. That's the same thing she just said, but that's the boring way to do it. Puffy is a bad person, and Jay-Z is bad also. That's boring. You gotta juice it up for us German Shepherd ears to rise up.
What do you think he is as a person?
I think he's one of the most dangerous people I've ever met. A lot of people have been questioning, dangerous. Well, she doesn't really know him. She has no knowledge of him. She doesn't have a picture with him.
I just want to, all the people that said, we're going to get to the Ali Carter too. All the people that said that Jaguar Wright is a bunch of lies. It ain't a lie. It's a twisted truth a little bit to make it sound interesting so she can get her point across. That ain't no lie. I don't think Jaguar Wright is a liar. I stand by her. Ali Carter, I don't think she's a liar. Maybe got to bend the truth a little bit just to get your attention. Got to do something to get y'all attention, because when she was telling the people, they wasn't listening. Think about it. Just think about it. Would you rather bend the truth a little bit or talk about the fish that got away so I can keep y'all attention? My boy said the same thing. Charleston White. Charleston White said the same thing, man. When I had on a bow tie, was going down to the government officials and talking and trying to be all proper, y'all wasn't listening. Y'all wasn't listening. So I had to build this character. I had to get up here and act like a fool. Got y'all attention now. Now y'all listening. Now I can get my point across. Hollywood done froze everybody's brain and you don't even know it. The ones that think they awake are the worst ones. The ones that think they know it all are the worst ones. The ones that try to tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about are the worst ones. I had a friend of mine say, man, you better stop doing that. Puffy gonna send some people after you. I ain't doing nothing. Don't send. Puffy need to send the people that made these videos. He better get them first, because I'm a reactor. I'm reacting to what they said. And they gonna sit there and tell me, why do everybody want to tell me what to do and what not to do? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure that out too, Jaguar. I'm trying to figure out how other people think. Give a person a benefit of the doubt first. Oh my God.
I'm smarter than Claudia Jordan.
Why did it just go right there? Smart. She could have been put this video up, but she's smart. It ain't about the money with her. It ain't about no daggone clout. Lowercase c. That's what I'm gonna call them. Lowercase c. It ain't about no clout. That's a clout chaser. Where my hold up, y'all. God dog it. I'm strapped up. Wait a minute, y'all. Look. This is a clear. Still haven't read it yet. Now today Monday. I'm supposed to be reading it. Still haven't read it yet. Everybody that was involved in this book, putting this book out, are clout chasers. I know it. I feel it. I know that they clout chasers. Read 1, maybe 2 pages so far. Still can't read it. This book cost me $250. Yeah, and I'm bragging on that. Not that I'm rich or anything. The book is on sale for what, $20 or something? What average book, whatever a little paperback book usually costs. Got it on eBay because they know it's valuable. That's the only reason why they wrote the book. Whoever wrote this book, I don't know how this went down with all the he say, she say, who got the thumb drives and all that type of stuff. Don't know who got the book, but whoever had the information or claimed they had this information, they should have taken this information and gave it to the family. They should have gave it to the Kim Porter's loved ones and said, I was in possession of this, and do the right thing. The right thing was just to give the stuff to them, but nah, they wanted to make a buck off of it, or they wanted to clout chase it. God is mad at us, man. He's not upset at us. He is mad at some of these people who we are looking up to. So slowly but surely, he letting this stuff come out. I'm trying to tell y'all something. Yeah, 9/11, and you know what? When 9/11 hit, that's when I was playing bass in the church and playing in the churches and was in the church clique. 9/11 hit, churches filled up. All the churches filled up, man. All these churches filled up big time. And then all of a sudden, slowly but surely, people stopped going to church. Listen to me, man. People stopped going to church. I bet you God probably said, well, that didn't work. Then they back. I'm trying to give them some hints or give them a warning. You got songs out about God giving you warnings and stuff. Let's continue. I'm way off subject. I love to get way off subject because it gets deep. It's too deep for me to put all this stuff together for y'all can understand.
Women away from the music, and that clearly seems to have been borne out by these charges against Diddy, which if he's found guilty of all this, he's never coming out of prison. How dangerous do you think?
Thank God.
How dangerous do you think he is as a person?
I think he's one of the most dangerous people I've ever met. A lot of people have been questioning, well, she doesn't really know him. She has no knowledge of him. She doesn't have a picture with him. I'm smarter than Claudia Jordan. I would never take a picture with the devil.
I love when
Everyone
she say that
knew
part.
he was the devil. He's been the devil for 30 years. He's been covered and protected by not only Clive Davis, but Lucian Grange. He was selected to be the demon that he is, to keep the culture in line so the industry could continue to rape it for all of its precious jewels. We have too many lost. The list of lost is ridiculous. And everyone knows Diddy was selected for this job.
Now, when she say Diddy was selected for this job, let me break down, and this is what I'm coming up with. This is my conclusion. You got so many people that went to them parties, so many people that been drugged, and I'm just gonna call this with this horse tranquilizer. I can't wrap my head around a drug that they supposed to give the horses, a horse, strong, fast running animal, and you putting this stuff in human beings. You're putting it in their drinks, or you putting it in the baby, or I don't know how they do it. Who cares? Who cares how they doing it? See, he don't know what he talking about. This how y'all do Jaguar Wright. He don't know what he talking about. See, first of all, you can't drink that stuff. First of all, you can't do this because they did do that. That's not the point I'm making. The point I'm making is it enters into the human's body, and these people are saying that stuff make you go crazy. It stays in your system so long, years after you taking this stuff. That's what a couple of people said. They can have a drink or a smoke, and they can still feel the, what's her name, Miss English, talking about some She Diddy. She calling herself She Diddy. But anyway, I'm way off topic. But look at the R. Kelly. I'm looking into the R. Kelly stuff, and it's hard. It ain't like I can go to the person and interview people. We haven't interviewed people. I'm researching all these videos. I came up with the conclusion of this. R. Kelly, along with other people, Puffy can, for lack of a better word, blackmail so many people because these people are at their party. They are trying to further their career. They don't know no better. Like a Kevin Hart. They don't know no better. Like some of these little boys that probably got out of the industry, right? They don't know no better. They at this party. They don't know they being spiked with this stuff. So they just drinking, having parties. And everybody want to do some. We partying so hard, these girls are loose because I'm out of my mind a little bit. And I'm thinking that these girls are loose. And they telling me to go ahead and get some. Go ahead and get some, right? And I'm like, I'm partying. And oh my God, I'm trying to get me some. Everybody want to get some. And next thing you know, not only have they did something to that person, now the next person, which is somebody younger. And the next person, who knows? I'm just putting all this stuff together in my head. And Puffy just a filming. Puffy just, next thing you know, now is a little kid. This stuff is so deep into me, I don't even realize it. Next thing you know, I'm using the bathroom on a little kid. Do y'all get me? Y'all still don't get me? I've got this stuff in me and they steady recording. And now I'm using the bathroom on a little girl and she underage. Do y'all get me? Y'all still don't get me. And then all of a sudden, 3 or 4 days or whatever, the music industry is telling me, you need to do this and you need to do that. Prince, rest in peace. Y'all still don't get me. All of a sudden, God dang, I did that? Huh? Yeah, so you better go ahead and give us these other albums. And by the way, you get 0.5% since you want to talk all that trash instead of getting whatever you're supposed to get, right? You get less. Or we're going to show this to the world. We're going to leak it out. Puffy. Yeah. I'm tired of having my name slandered through the walls and all this type of stuff. Puffy did something to somebody very powerful. It may not be them liquor company people. That's all I'm trying to say to y'all. It may not be them liquor company people. I don't know. We don't know. We just guessing at all this. But my soul and my heart can put this stuff together so y'all can open up your minds and make your own decision. Wait a minute. You mean to tell me there's a black web or some type of open market or something? You can download an app and get to a certain part of the internet. I ain't know this. What? So when they said, yeah, Michael, well, I want to search, because I'm researching, right? I want to research. He said, well, no, you got to download this app, and the app is the black web. And I said, no, The buck stops here with me. I'm not downloading no app. No, I ain't doing it. I'm not going to get caught with my pants down. I'm not going to be caught when the police come here and ask me questions. Well, you got this black web app, so you've been on there searching. What you looking for? I ain't looking for no kids. I got plenty of kids. I can go to any school and help these kids. Help. That's what I'm into. I'm not trying to get, I'm not that much of an investigator. I ain't that pressed. Not that pressed to download some thing weird. This is ugly. It's ugly even if you download the thing. That's just my opinion. You know, you can go that deep and look for the underground and help try to get the pedophiles, because that's where they at on the black web. I ain't trying to get that close to them.
He's the Judas.
But my point that I was making is, what if R. Kelly was on these drugs so hard that he ain't realized what he was doing, and somebody told, because they said, Big Homie CeCe said, man, this stuff is so powerful that somebody would tell you to go empty out your bank account. That's what he said. And you would go right to the ATM machine and empty it out and give them all the money. Here you go. Because you on this drug, you don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing, man. They'll tell you to do anything and you'll do it. Having intercourses with animals, and you'll do it. I looked at a video, man, and they kept saying, a lot of people keep saying, Puffy got videos of people having intercourses with exotic fish. What? And I'm sitting here, you know, because you got to make it entertaining, right? You got to make it entertaining. So I'm sitting here saying, how do you have intercourses with a fish? I don't even know where the sexual, the parts of a fish, I don't even, do you get in the water with the thing? Or how do you turn the fish on? I can't even fathom that. And I'm making small little jokes, but this is some serious stuff, y'all. Do you get the fish out of the water? I can't even get a fish to come to me. Oh my God. Anyway, they blackmailing these people. Once they come to their senses a little bit, just like Lil Ron Jr., the guy that got the producer that was working on Puffy album. He said he woke up one day, he in the bed with him and some other men and all this stuff. I don't have the facts of the story straight all the time. But he said he woke up and found himself, you know, then at the Puffy parties and even the kids making people drink. Have a drink. Because they know the drinks are spiked. They have said things like, these are the drinks you drink. Don't drink these drinks. Everybody know that if somebody telling you you can have a drink, but you drink only these, Mike. They don't drink these drinks right here. Don't drink these. What? Why not drink those drinks? What's wrong with those drinks? There's something wrong with them. That's your first sign right there. They saying that Denzel Washington is pointing the finger, telling Puffy, you don't respect anyone. Stuff like that. Come on, man.
Do you think that if he's cornered in the way that he's been now, that he may start revealing things about other people?
He has no choice. His ego and his drug addiction won't allow him to do anything different. Anybody who thinks he's not going to talk is crazy. The simple fact that he's not saying more now only means that the people who have been protecting him all along, who put him in position to be such a horror to the black community, still find value in him. He's got everybody on tape. They all know it.
And they all know it. That's why if Puffy needs some money, or if Puffy making a deal, this is all allegedly, this is all the research and stuff I came up with. This is what I'm coming up with. Because this is what I would do if I was that evil and stuff. I got all these people on tape, and I'm going to make a deal and buy me something big. I would go to all these millionaires, and you have no choice but to do business with me, because you don't want your wife and your kids and stuff to see you with this animal or these little kids. So I'm going to put this on the black market. God, dog, come on, Puff, man. You done already hit me one time. Yeah, I know I hit you one time, but I'm circling back around, man, because we're going to make this deal. You with me? I'm going to give you a percentage. I'm just assuming, right? Give you 1 or 2%, man. You're going to make your money back, man. All right, Puffy, he gonna another 10 million. I don't know, 20 million. I don't know. So I'm getting ready to buy this. Invest in Sean Combs, Sean John. Man, don't nobody like that clothing, man. Come on, man, invest in it. You know, I can imagine all this stuff. If you think of all these millionaires and all the businesses that they did, what about some of the businesses that failed, maybe? Are y'all thinking out there? Nah, see, y'all just as consumers. You're not thinking like somebody like me, an entrepreneur that failed at so many things that still haven't made it. This is the most successful thing I ever did. And he don't know what he talking about and all this type of stuff. People have said to me on numerous occasions, he don't have no talent. He just got, like I done bought all these guitars just to fake y'all out and try to act like I know how to do music. Really? Really? So yeah, you gonna listen to me y'all gonna be listening? I'm with you, Jaguar Wright. Let's keep going.
It's a mess.
For those who were never at these freak-off parties, what were they like?
See, this is the thing. Everything that I'm about to say to you is not my firsthand knowledge. It is my firsthand witness account experience. I was a sex worker. I was a dominatrix before I got my record deal. That's how I know how the dark world and the sex world and the entertainment world run hand in hand. That's why the movie Blink Twice is so important. Salute to Zoe Kravitz. The sex workers that I have worked with throughout the years and continue to work with even to this day have worn hidden cameras. I have my own tapes. I've seen what they do. The ritualistic behaviors, the drugging, putting girls in the suitcases, dumping them in alleyways. It's horrifying. And it's all done under the protection of this is going to be paid off. There's another NDA. This is going to be, it's terrible.
It seems to have been something that a lot of people knew about, but people were simply too scared
Everyone knows.
to talk about.
Everyone knows. And every person that's sitting there trying to act surprised knows very well. The whole point of this, like Cat Williams said when he sat with Shay Shay earlier this year, the whole point of this is for them in a coordinated effort to pretend like none of it is real for the public's perception. But everyone knows what's going on, and it's been going on for years. It's been going on before Diddy.
And the thing that tripped me out is like Ali Carter. I've been telling people some of the things that Ali Carter said, and Ali Carter said this in one of her videos. She said, "This is biting, y'all. This is biting." She pulled her mother in and said, "No, I need you. I need you. Come on in. I don't want to go. No, come. I need a person. So she pulled her mother in and said, "This is I just said his name, whatever the president name is, Biden. This what Joe does. This is something like this." She said, because she was saying that he likes to smell little kids and little people. He likes to smell people, so so she pulled her up and this is what he like to do. He like to smell you. So I told 3 or 4 people this. Oh man, they just anybody just tell stories and everything and y'all believe it. And I'm saying, because Jaguar Wright said this, these people do this stuff because I'm the president of the United States. If somebody was to tell this story that I'm sniffing little kids and I've had something to do with these little kids being in cages because she talks about so much stuff they do. I told my mother this and she refused to even think about believing it. I told so many people this, her stories, Jaguar stories, and they refused to even think about believing it. And these people bank on that. I'm a superstar. And I'm doing some crazy, crazy stuff that normal people would do. So the normal people, thank y'all so much, can't phantom this. So no one's gonna believe them anyway, y'all. Do you get it? And these are the trainings, right? And this is just all my thinking. This is how I think now. Allegedly, gotta say allegedly, the big people, big people like a Clyde Davis, the big people who are the puppet masters, or whoever, whatever you want to call them, right? They pulling the strings and they're teaching these people like Puffy and Jay-Z, they training them. Dude, think about it, man. Ain't nobody gonna believe them. You Jay-Z, you Sean Puffy Combs, you R. Kelly. Nobody gonna believe you. Don't worry about this. Ain't nobody gonna believe you use the bathroom on these little kids. No one's gonna believe it. I'm the president. Ain't nobody gonna believe I like to smell little kids. That's a fetish. That's a fetish, baby. Look up that word fetish and start researching fetish. Can't help myself. I just want. Dogs do that. They say men are dogs, right? You ever had a fetish? Some people just got fetishes. They just deep undercover. I can't. One guy was saying I like ladies' hair. I just like to touch the ladies' hair. Stuff like that. Anyway. So I've told people some of the stories that they're saying. And these stories are so far-fetched that your first train of thought is not to believe them. They don't know what they talking about. But what if they telling the truth? Just a 10% chance that this is 100% true that they saying. What if they truth about what they saying? Then what you gonna do? I ain't never think about that because I automatically don't want it to be true. So I never even entertained the fact that what if it is true? It's coming out, y'all. It's coming out. Coming out slowly, but it's coming out. Here we go.
See, people keep looking at him like he's this Sputnik that came out of nowhere. This is someone who was designed to be what he is. We got to stop making ditties. And if we're going to do that, then we got to go back. We got to go back to even further the mentors of these people. Because Diddy was taught how to do what he does systematically, and Clive Davis has been his greatest teacher.
Look, Clive Davis is not here to respond to that, nor is Jay-Z. But a lot of people, famous people in the music industry, have been notable, like I say, by their silence so far. It's also been notable that since the Me Too campaign began in 2017.
Now, Piers Morgan is saying that to protect his channel or his podcast or whatever it is he's doing. They're not here to defend themselves. Whatever. So it's all he say, she say. See, it's hard to fight. The people who are telling the truth, it's hard to fight because there's so many rules just to tell the truth. Meanwhile, the people that's doing all this dirt, they ain't got no rules. Do y'all understand this? Y'all don't understand this part, do y'all? See, you got to be a person from the streets to understand this, Jaguar Wright. You got to be a person from the street to understand this, Jay-Z, Puffy, If you ain't never been in the streets or never tried to make it in the streets, I mean, be successful in the streets, y'all not getting me, are y'all? Y'all almost getting me. I don't care. I don't even care, because we are here to make a difference, and we are here to try to help people. I'm going to keep saying them two words. I'm so fed up with this, because after all this stuff and all this he's saying, well, I don't care, whatever it is, all you think about is yourself. You don't think about the alley Carters. I can't sleep because I'm thinking about the alley Carters, the Mishas, who everybody's saying she is lying, the English lady, who everybody's saying she's lying. These people are not lying. Some of them are mixing up the truth and everything, and they're not lying. They're not saying, oh man, oh my God.
The music industry has largely avoided the same.
But this is the point I was going to make. Like, people like me, I'm just getting out the best way I can. But he said Clive Davis is not here to defend himself, and Jay-Z is not here to defend themselves. You notice, of all people, Jay-Z gonna have to say something because he got a lawsuit on him now, right? That's why we doing this video. Puffy gonna have to say something, right? Because he in jail. But you know, there's one person that they keep calling who never even said anything, period. It's Clive Davis, the professional king over all this. Allegedly, I don't know. He could be 100% innocent. People like Oprah, who haven't came out and said, I ain't done nothing to nobody or whatever. Them kids missing that's in my school that I raised a school in Africa. Puffy did a school. I'm thinking that the people who are teaching them how to do this, you got all this money. Sean Combs, is close to $1 billion, they said. If you got close to $1 billion, think about this, y'all. Why do you have a school in New York that's failing? Basically, that's having so many problems. You got all this money. Why do you have a school system, or you part of a school system? Let me try to keep it straight as possible, because it ain't like it's 100% his school. You are involved in the school in New York. Y'all look that school up, the prep, Sean's prep school or whatever. Go look it up for yourself. I'm asking y'all to do your own research. Don't believe me, Jaguar, none of these people. Just look it up for yourself and say, God, his school got all kinds of problems. It's supposed to be, oh, this is my dream to do a school. So these people are teaching them to do a school. I think Jay-Z did a school also, to make, in the public's eye, I look like I'm helping and look like I'm making a change and a difference. Meanwhile, I can do all the dirt, my fantasy dirt I want to do, man. That's crazy, man.
It's also been notable that since the Me Too campaign began in 2017, the music industry has largely avoided the same scrutiny that other industries have had. Why do you think that is?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
Since Me Too began in 2017, the music industry has largely avoided the same kind of scrutiny that other industries have had. Why do you think that is?
Well, because the Me Too movement was a ruse. It was a setup. It was a scam. I'm saying that now, publicly. Dream Hampton spearheaded the Surviving R. Kelly campaign, which fueled the Me Too campaign. And that was all funded by Sean Carter to make sure that Robert Kelly went to jail. Get his lick back. Why is nobody understanding that Dream Hampton was being financed and ran by Sean Carter? They were able to go and get all of these witnesses because he was there with Robert Kelly. How does Jay-Z sit down with Gayle King and she not ask him one question about the intersection between him and Aaliyah and Robert Kelly? This is insane that people keep refusing to see what's right there. If the Me Too movement were real, why aren't they speaking now? They've also been very quiet in this time of the diddler's downfall.
Jaguar,
Guess they
God dog, man. Can I please change this, throw it out? Anyway, I barely understand the Me Too movement. I understand the point she making, but I don't know the facts between all this stuff. And then the girl name, see, this is the third time I'm watching, not this one, but you know, when she was on, the Piers Morgan show, because when she said this, I kind of skipped way over it. Y'all have to remember, scientists and everybody has said that your mind can only retain like 20 or 25% of the information. So automatically, I block out some information and I focus on, I don't know, 25% information and start my research there. Make sure I get that. You study that. Then you go back and watch something and you say, man, you know what? I forgot she said this too. Now I got a different 25% of information. So then I go study that. I'm teaching y'all. They ain't listening. Some people just don't want to listen, you know. So let's back that up one more time. So
was being financed and ran by Sean Carter. They were able to go and get all of these witnesses because he was there with Robert Kelly.
Somebody got to take the fall. Now I'm allegedly, this is all my thinking. Allegedly, Puffy is jealous. Let's say the information that I had is, I gathered up, this is what my conclusion is, right? Take my cough drop out. Number one, Puffy wants to be the king. This is what I came up with. Puffy wants to be the king. So, yeah, after this video come out, man, we got to make some changes. Anyway. So Puffy, because everybody allegedly thinks that Puffy has something to do with Tupac's murder. Puffy has to do something to do with Biggie's murder. Allegedly. All this stuff is allegedly. Then you got Jay-Z allegedly wants to be the king. So he had something to do with whatever. So these two people say, look, let's get together and you know, Suge Knight and all the stuff he did, now he's in jail. We ain't got to worry about this. We playing chess with people, right? We playing chess. So we going to team up. We cool with each other or whatever. We'll bump heads to make people think we bumping heads or whatever. So they got together, allegedly, maybe, who knows? This is all the stuff that's going through. And R. Kelly is blowing up. So, you know, Jay-Z and R. Kelly, they did a tour together. Then that's when Dame Dash, I'm dying to see what Dame Dash got to say with all this. Think about it. Ooh, I forgot all about him. They was partners. Rockefeller Records and all this stuff. Dame Dash is broke. That's what people say, right? He ain't broke. He got enough money that make himself happy. He don't need all this stupidity stuff. I don't need to have 3 yachts. I don't need to have 5 houses. I don't need to have 20 cars at each house. I don't need all this stuff. I'm happy, paying my bills. I love my family. Dame Dash, right? Jaguar Wright. She happy. She's satisfied. She don't need to be what y'all think how Jesus should look in your mind. That's why they killed the man, because he said he was God. What? That you ain't my God. My God looks like this. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, all this stuff is coming together. What if all this stuff is like true? and they framed R. Kelly to put him in jail. So to show the public that R. Kelly is the bad guy, while we can still do whatever we got to do. I think it's some truth to that, man. I think it's some truth to
How does Jay-Z sit down with Gayle King and she not ask him one question about the intersection between him and Aaliyah and Robert Kelly? This is insane that people keep refusing.
You know, Gayle is the Oprah's best friend. There's a lot of holes in that day. I can't even go through that. That's a whole different video.
To see what's right there. If the Me Too movement were real, why aren't they speaking now? They've also been very quiet in this time of the diddler's downfall.
They've been quiet.
Jaguar,
I haven't heard nothing about the
Guess
Me
they
Too
on
movement.
vacation.
if this goes to court, Jaguar, do you think the world is going to be shocked by what comes out?
Oh, absolutely. I just don't know why they are. It's been happening in front of everyone's faces for decades. For decades.
How many
What's the difference between me and Judy Garland? Social media.
how many victims?
There was none for her.
How many victims potentially do you think there could be?
Thousands. Thousands.
Think about that. This is what I want y'all to understand. He been doing this for 30 years. Then you have another person that's real quiet that's been doing it for 30 years. Both of them and the girlfriends or the wives or whatever the heck. Why is it that, rest in peace, and I feel so sorry that Kim Porter passed away. And you can't say allegedly. You know, rest in peace. Her, big homie Cece, and so many others. And people said they had the same corner. This stuff is coming out, y'all. Believe some of it and believe none of it. Believe none of it, you gotta be crazy. You gotta be crazy to believe none of it. To believe some of it, if you believe some of it, if you believe 2% of it, ask yourself why you don't believe the rest of it. Because it's too far-fetched, or because it's told in too good of a story, or why? Ask yourself why, and try to figure out why I don't believe this. Like Ali Carter said that it's an underground world that you got to take tunnels to get to, and they have every form of transportation. I'm sorry, Ali, I can't wrap my head around that. I can't. I need proof. I can't even fathom that. I can fathom a tunnel that leads and come out to under somebody else's house. I can fathom that. I can. You can go to a museum, she said, right? Allegedly, gotta say allegedly. You can go to a museum and they take you to a tunnel that's so far down that you go to an underground city. As soon as she said that, we in a movie, man. What movie you get that from? That's where my mind go, because I can't. I'm sorry, I love you to death. I think something happened to you, but I think when they drugged you, you was dreaming that they was taking you to a underground and you saw every piece of transportation they can be. And then you can go further down. And the more further down you go, the more the smell changes and all this stuff she's saying. And I'm saying to myself, yeah, them drugs messing with you. I can't fathom this. And I guarantee you, that's like aliens from another planet. Independence Day with Will Smith. That's a movie. I can't fathom that. And they saying that, what is it? Project 52 or 51 or whatever y'all call that daggone stuff. See, I'm terrible with the names. They got life forms, and the government is hiding stuff about aliens and stuff, and they don't want us to know. Yeah, I can't fathom that. I can't fathom that, because I need proof. I need to see it. And then all of a sudden you be like, holy sugar. You mean to tell me this is true? If you see the underground and all that stuff come out like that daggone tape of R. Kelly using the bathroom, that tape come out like Puffy kicking that girl down the hallway, then all of a sudden, whoop, what? I can't believe this. That's what's going to happen. That's what happened to me. I was one of the biggest people want to be like a Puffy. I'm mad because I wasn't, but in my mind, I'm thinking, if I had millions of dollars, man, I want to open up a school just like Puffy did. Oh man, I want to do stuff like that. I want to help people. I don't want to act like I'm helping people. I want people to be helped because I too felt that way. I wish somebody would help me. Come on, y'all. Wake up, man.
I've talked to hundreds that I deal with still myself.
You can't believe this, man. Thank you, Jaguar, for keeping this. Thank you for putting this up.
Social media.
How many victims?
There was none for her.
How many victims potentially do you think
media.
they could be?
Thousands. Thousands. I've talked to hundreds that I deal with still myself. I have 3 victims right now who are willing to give testimony about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well. They're a nasty little couple. They do nasty things.
What do you think happened with
Keeping people against their will.
She talking from experience, what she's seen and what probably happened to her. That's what she's doing now. I can hear it in her voice, keeping people against their will. Where did that come from? Do you have proof? No, that's what I've seen, and that's what happened to me. That's her voice just changed. Her persona just changed. And this is the guy, I like the guy that be saying, body language, how the body language changes and different things like that. See, her spirit changed. Oh, no, man, Mike, you tripping now. Well, I'm just telling you what happened. I'm just telling you right now what happened. I'm just telling you what happened.
I've talked to hundreds that I deal with still myself. I have 3 victims right now.
3 victims.
Who are willing to give testimony about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well.
Carter and the wife.
They're a nasty little couple. They do nasty things.
Watch this right here.
What do you think happened with
keeping people against their will? Putting people on planes while they're unconscious, just like Aaliyah got on that plane. Unconscious. There's a lot of things that people don't want to talk about, Piers.
Listen, like I said, Jay-Z and Beyonce are not here, unfortunately, to respond to that.
I know. I'm just being honest with you.
You're perfectly entitled to your views, obviously. Kim Porter,
yes.
A new book claims that Diddy may have been involved in her early death. What do you think of that?
I think people should really look into that more. I am friends with Albie Shore. I love him. I love his children. I knew Kim. We used to all hang out together at the Kit Kat Club back in the mid-90s when Diddy was first starting his reign. I watched that whole thing happen. And everything that Albert has been through, every attempt on his life that has been ignored by the authorities, it all leads back to Diddy, and everyone knows it. The wiretapping of the phones, putting AirTag on children during visits, these are normal practices that these people do.
Jaguar, I've got to leave it there. I really appreciate you joining me.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me. And thank you for caring.
I do care. Thank you very much.
Ooh, love that ending. Thank you for having me. Even though I got only 20% of the information out. See, if y'all know how long her segment, when she first started introducing the 80s, such, you got to do all this bull. You got to do all this bull first, and then you got to do the question, and then she started getting out the information. So her segment was only about what, 15 minutes? 15 minutes. It's hard for somebody to take 3 or 4 hours maybe of information, 3 or 4 days of information. It's hard for somebody to take all this information and put it into 15 minutes and be respectful. She didn't say, wait a minute, hold up, I ain't finished, you know. This ain't no podcast just for you. She has to be a lady. She got to understand that there's going to be other people on this show. They know that. She knows that. She know how much time they going to give you. Well, we're going to ask you some questions. She probably knew the questions because this is an interview. This is a professional interview. This is Piers Morgan, right? Yeah. I don't know how they line this stuff up, but I'm just giving you some of the stuff that me know, because I was in this music industry, in this business too. Sometimes they know the questions and answers and everything, and that's why some people get upset, because sometimes they go off script. I got you here. We talked about what questions we gonna have. Is it anything off limits? Remember the guy said that with Suge Knight. He told me nothing's off limits. He in jail. He ain't got no limits. I don't care what you ask me. I'm gonna answer it. Sometimes, what's off limits? Yeah, I'm not talking about the baby stuff. Don't ask me that. Don't ask me this. Don't ask me that. Okay, this is off limits. I promise you I ain't gonna try to put you in no hiccup. Sometimes whatever is off limits, they'll go straight to that. Cameras on. So, I mean, you know, I know we're not gonna talk about it or anything, but what do you think about what all the people are saying though? Didn't I say don't bring that up, man? Now they in a trick bag. Oh, well, you know, and the trick bag is I'm paying you for this interview. And now in the back of their mind, I don't want to mess this money up because I got some bills to pay. So I'm going to try to dance around it. Oh, you try to be slick, but I'm going to dance around this thing. Y'all don't get this daggone game, do y'all? And I'd be like, man, didn't I tell you I don't want to answer that? There you go. And they sitting here saying to themselves, they trying to dance around the answer while they say, I'm never coming on this dude's show again. One more thing, I remember seeing that Will Smith was on a big show, Tonight Show, or one of those, the old guy asking them questions and stuff. And Will Smith said to him, you don't know nothing about me, do you? In other words, Will was mad at the guy because you got me on your show, or your producers and your people that got me on the show, and because I'm hot. He was doing a Muhammad Ali movie. And these people got got me on your show, and the whole world and all my fans know me. I'm big. Will Smith is big. And this dude, I can't remember the name, man. I'm sorry. The Tonight Show, this guy's kind of slim, older white guy. Older looking white guy. And he's good. He's good. I love his show and everything. But he asked Will Smith, the questions he was asking Will was like, this is not how this interview's supposed to go. So Will Smith freaking looked at him and was like, dude, you don't know nothing about me, do you? Like, you ain't even do your homework. I'm embarrassed. In other words, Will Smith was almost like, how dare you not even take the time to even see how big I am and see all the work I have done? And he said something to Will, and he said something to Will about him playing the Muhammad Ali, and I know this is way off subject, but I just wanted to give y'all an idea of how this interview crap's supposed to work. He said something about Will Smith acting and playing the Muhammad Ali role. And Will Smith went all out. He exercised and working out. Will Smith looked buff. He in his younger days and everything and all this stuff. But he's saying it like, oh, you know, that's all acting. You really can't fight. And Will Smith almost like, Slim, if I jump over this table and start whipping your tail, you'll know I'm acting. Stuff like that, right? And he tried to come back like with a joke, like, yeah, well, my bodyguards is behind stage. He said, man, my bodyguards behind stage too. And by the time I get to your tail and all these bodyguards come out here, you'll be done. This is the interview. I'm like, oh, this ain't going the way they thought it was. So he straightened up and he started doing, from then on, all the questions was like questions that, okay, Will Smith, what do you want me to ask you? So all the questions was coming from Will Smith, and then he was saying something about the questions to say, okay, well, tell me more about that. But you said such and such, such and such. Like, for example, so Will Smith, so you want to talk about the movie and anything? Yeah, I like this part of the movie. Well, tell me more about that part of the movie. Such and such, such and such. Well, what part of that movie, where did y'all film that part of the movie? Such, 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 such. Did y'all do a lot of filming at night or during the day at that part of the movie? Such, 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 such. See, that's how interviewers, professional interviewers, can piggyback off of what do you want to talk about? What do you know more about? Because you came on the show, you want to talk about something. Yeah, man. As a producer, I know these things, man. But anyway, let's finish this up, man. This is the last time I'm stopping it. We're going to play it to the end right now.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
We at the end, my bad.
And thank you for caring.
I do care.
Thank you for
Thank you very
caring.
much.
That went personally to him.
We clear?
Go on, Jaguar. Are we clear? Ain't nobody said nothing to me.
All right, thanks, bye.
She can still hear what they saying. Uh-oh, she getting dirt, y'all. She getting dirt. Watch this. Please don't cut it, Jag.
Wow.
Wow.
He is such an agent. I can't wait till he gets busted for the Fed he is. Because he ain't nothing but a Fed.
See there? Why are you gonna talk negative about Jaguar? That's your opinion. Ooh. See, you gotta have thick skin, y'all. You gotta have thick skin because I'm be honest with you, man. I have heard people talk about Michael Cross. That's me, y'all. Clearly, I mean, you should have heard. I mean, if they knew I was listening, they wouldn't even have said half the stuff, not even in the tone of voice they were saying it in. And I'm still friends with them. I still don't say nothing about all the favors I have done for them. Why on earth, I can't figure this out to save my life. Why do we talk so bad and try to hurt each other so much? I believe that these aliens and these people from another, out of this world, I believe that it's another form of life somewhere. I do believe that. And you know what I believe? I believe they don't even want to come here because we are so ugly to each other. We have already made up our minds that they come to hurt us. Think about it. The little alien with the little gun, they probably looking at us like, we don't have no gun. We have nothing to hurt each other. There's no negativity in our system. Maybe. I'm just saying. Think about it, y'all. What if they looking down on us and poor thing, they kill each other? They build things to hurt each other? Guns and torpedoes and ships. They in war with each other, other countries. They looking at us like we are all humans on this earth. We hunt animals for fun. We fight, box, kick, box, karate, wrestle, and beat people up. We start fighting even before the daggone sport of fighting starts. We can't trust our friends. Family members is I got it Falapian. That's terrible, Mike. You can't, the R word. R-ing each other and family members. My uncle, you know, all these people selling each other, slavering each other. I'm an alien looking down at this. Now we can't go to that planet. What if? You ever thought like that? They scared to come here because as soon as they come here, they're gonna look different from us. They don't have no weapons. We don't have no weapons because we're not into negativity and we're not into violence. What if? Nah, we ain't going there because as soon as we get there, we can't convince them out of our mouth or communicate with them to say, we are not here to harm you. We are here to 3,000% help you and your people. We don't believe you. Shoot. Boom, 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 boom. We don't believe you. Lock them up. We need to research what makes them tick. What makes them tick? Look here, man. I'm going to get on up out of here. Hey, y'all take it light, take it slow. Y'all tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.